some nations, including the US, still continue to use large numbers of outdated weapons technology. This is due to the fact that these weapons function really well, is well-known, powerful, and influential, and nothing better has yet to be developed to replace it. So today we dug up the 10 examples that rank among the oldest US firearms or weapons still in use today worldwide. The 10 oldest US firearms still in use today is the M3 submachine gun. Also commonly referred to as the grease gun, this is an automatic, air-cooled blowback-operated weapon that fires from an open bolt. It was adapted for the U.S. Army service on 12 December 1942 as the United States submachine gun. Due to its small size, the M3 submachine gun was appropriate for use by tank crews, drivers, and paratroopers. It has been used in numerous conflicts, including the Korean War. It served as the principal submachine gun for the armies of the United States and South Korea. The 9th oldest U.S. firearm still in use today is the M1 Carbine. This lightweight semi-automatic carbine was a standard firearm for the U.S. military during the World War II, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War. It entered service in 1942. The U.S. military, though, didn't use this weapon after 1973, but is still in use today with some other countries worldwide. After World War II, the M1 carbine gained popularity among civilians and was produced in many variants. It was widely employed by paramilitary and police forces around the world. At number 8, we have the M1 rifle. The M1 rifle is a 30 caliber, gas-operated, 8-shot clip-fed, semi-automatic rifle. Throughout World War II and the Korean War, this rifle served as the American military's primary weapon. It went into operation in 1936 and is still in use in a small numbers of nations globally as well. 5.4 million M1 rifles were produced during World War II, which saw extensive production. Every branch of the American military made use of them. Most reviews of the M1 rifle were positive, and it was dubbed the best battle instrument ever invented. The 7th oldest U.S. firearm still in use today is M2 machine gun. It is a heavy machine gun that John Browning designed near the end of World War I. The Browning M2 is an air-cooled, belt-fed machine gun. Since the 1930s, the U.S. has utilized it extensively as a vehicle weapon and for aircraft weaponry. It saw extensive use in the Second World War, the Korean conflict, the Vietnam War, the Falklands War, the Soviet-Afghan War, the Gulf War, the Iraq War, and the Afghan War. It is the main heavy machine gun used by NATO nations and is still in use by few nations today. Entered service in 1919, the M1919 Browning machine gun is the 6th oldest U.S. firearm still in use today. Throughout the 20th century, this 30 caliber medium machine gun saw extensive use, particularly in World War II, the Korean conflict, and the Vietnam War. The US and many other nations use the M1919 as a light infantry, coaxial mounted aircraft and anti-aircraft machine gun. Additionally, many NATO nations changed their existing models to the 7.62mm caliber, and in some cases these weapons are still in use today. Number 5 on the list for the top 10 oldest U.S. firearms still in use today is the Winchester Model 1912. The United States Armed Forces used various versions of the Model 12 in World War I, World War II, Korea, and in the early part of the Vietnam War until inventory was exhausted after the Model 12's initial production ceased in 1964. The American Marine Corps, Army, Air Forces, and Navy acquired more than 80,000 Model 12 shotguns during World War II, mostly for use in the Pacific Theater. It is still in use as of right now. Next, at number 4 is the M1911 pistol, which entered service in 1911. From 1911 until 1985, the pistol was the standard-issue sidearm for the United States Armed Forces and was widely used in World War I, World War II, the Korean War, and the Vietnam War. Some units of the U.S. Army Special Forces, U.S. Marine Corps, and the U.S. Navy still utilize modernized variants of the M1911. The M1911A1 handgun is still in use by numerous military and law enforcement organizations in the US and other countries, including the LAPD SWAT, the FBI Hostage Rescue Team, FBI Regional SWAT Teams, and the Delta Force. Up next, at number 3, we have the 1903 Springfield or United States Rifle Model 1903, which is a 5-round magazine-fed, bolt-action service repeating rifle that was popular in the United States throughout the first half of the 20th century. On June 19, 1903, the United States formally adopted it as the standard infantry rifle, and it was used in World War I. It served as a sniper rifle in World War II, the Korean conflict, and the first few months of the Vietnam War. It is still in use today as a civilian firearm, a competition shooting rifle, and a military drill rifle. The second oldest U.S. firearm still in use today is Smith & Wesson Model 10. It is a K-frame revolver of worldwide popularity. The Model 10 is a 6-shot, double-action .38 special revolver with fixed sights that has been produced since 1899. It has proved itself to be a highly reliable and accurate weapon. As of 2012, the Model 10 was available only in a 4-inch barrel model, as it was stainless steel counterpart the Smith & Wesson Model 64. The type has been produced in around 6 million units throughout the years, making it the most widely used revolver of the 20th century. The Winchester Model 1897, also known as the Model 97, M1919 or trench gun, is the oldest U.S. firearm still in use today. More than 1 million of these shotguns in different grades and barrel lengths were manufactured between 1897 and 1957. It was the first pump-action shotgun to achieve real commercial success. The Model 1897 has been in use by American military, police forces, and hunters ever since it was first produced. It was employed in the Mexican-American Border War, World War I, World War II, Korean War, Vietnam War, Irish War of Independence, and the Philippine-American War. With this, the Buzz is signing off for today. We hope you've enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to hit that notification and subscribe button for more videos from the Buzz. Thank you guys for viewing in. Bye-bye.